Hey, this is Troy. I want to thank you in advance for taking a minute to see what we're trying to accomplish, why, and how we might actually improve it. So the way this works is, or the use case is, somebody with Snagit does a recording, and ultimately through a process, they're able to get back a link to that video that is posted maybe on SharePoint, so that the recipient of that email can play a video. So the idea there is maybe you're rolling out a new version of a software, and somebody who knows the answer to that question makes a little video, and then that video is what's actually played out as a link. So that's the general concept. So you've got on one machine, you've got Snagit doing the recording, it uploads it to SharePoint. We realize there's lots of different versions, and my understanding of SharePoint is probably very limited. So some of the options might include to get shared to the asset library, maybe using blob storage, maybe it goes to a network drive because the DBA doesn't want all the files going in their database. Maybe if they're running 2013, there's goes to my site. Maybe there's a better way of doing this. And then as we mentioned before, SharePoint needs to send back a link so that Snagit can say, hey, here's your video, cool, go ahead and paste it into an email. The idea is that video shouldn't be an attachment or an email, but simply a link, and it gets shared more easily to everybody that way. Or you could then take that link and actually paste it onto a SharePoint page, maybe with a video FAQ site if that's what you wanted to do for maybe a group. So we got a whole bunch of questions, and what we're trying to do is, as Gretzky says, you skate where the puck's going to be, not where it has been. So if we're developing this and it takes us a few months, and by 2015, are more people going to be on 2007, on 2010, 2013? What percent are going to be on-prem in the cloud, and what percent do you suppose might actually be considering using the Microsoft Video Portal that they announced most recently? Actually, that they showed at the recent conference. They didn't actually announce it yet. So those are just some of the questions, and quite frankly, I don't even know what questions I should be asking that I'm not. What we ultimately want to do is have those 10 million Snagit customers have an easier way inside their corporations for sharing the videos. SharePoint seems like the best way to doing it. If there's a better, more simple way of doing it, that's great too. I guess there could be one other question worth asking, which is the searchability or the findability of a video. It's possible that in the video that you could do what we call speech to text. And in that speech to text, you could turn every word that I say. Let's say I'm talking about pivot tables in Microsoft Excel, and I say that, that gets turned into metadata, which could then get sent to the server, which would then ultimately make that video that much more searchable in the process. We're wondering if that is valuable or nice to have or must have, or nah, not really a big deal. So those are a few of the questions. Thanks a bunch.